right, so as you guys are going to see right now, the gold rush of 2018 is going to be Facebook Messenger. I'm deeming it year of the messenger. Businesses now have the ability to engage with customers in Messenger automatically through the use of bots. Yes, you can automate sales and marketing through a channel that has 1.2 billion active users every single month. That is ridiculous. You can actually build your business into it. Imagine having an app for your business that you could install on 1.2 billion people's phone. That's what Messenger is. So I'm going to be giving you guys a shovel, pickaxe, and telling you where to find the gold today. It's your job to go mine it. Deal? Messenger is the ultimate tool. It decreases the cost of every ad. It generates more leads with less work. I think most people need to realize that Messenger is basically like having a person, an automated person that can react to people in real time and deliver your message to people without you manually having to do it. So whether you're using it to actually generate sales or you're using it to automate an otherwise laborious task that you'd have to spend your time on, you make more money or you save money. It's amazing. So it also automates support. It deepens the client relationship with your brand and decreases the need for a website. Now, look, I don't want you to freak out right now where you're like, wait, I just paid a bunch of money for my website, or I have all these different tools that are great for my website, and Travis, you can't be so ridiculous, and nothing's going to replace websites. And you're kind of right, but you're also kind of wrong. A website is where people go to get more information about you and your brand, and you might be able to do some of that through Messenger. You can have surveys in Messenger, you can ask questions, and you can actually get to know your clients in a way that you can't do on a static website that looks the same for everybody, right? So I want you to open your mind to this, because you're not going to get rid of every single website, but you could alleviate the tension between the user and you. So pretty exciting stuff. All right, so quickly what I want to do is I want to dive in here and I want to show you guys the different entry points for Messenger, and I want to talk to you guys about the media that you can actually send through Messenger to make your messages more engaging. So first, an entry point is any way that somebody can engage with your bot. These can be on Facebook or off Facebook. More often than not, they're off Facebook when using them for most businesses. This is the most important piece of getting a bots agency to run smooth, if you're looking to run an agency, is to understand how you're going to get people into your bot. If you don't understand how people can engage into Messenger and how those entry points work, it's going to be very, very difficult to continuously create good ideas for customers or for your own projects. The first Messenger entry point isn't actually a full-on entry point. I want to warn you about this right now. It's one of everybody's most favorite entry points, but it's actually called a comment trigger. And we're going to get deeper into that in day 2, as I mentioned before, so make sure you hold tight for that. But somebody can actually comment on one of your Facebook posts, and you're allowed to send them a private one-way Messenger message. It is a message from your brand that gets delivered into their primary inbox. It is an amazing, amazing marketing tool. Now, it doesn't make somebody a subscriber necessarily that you can broadcast to anymore, but it does give you an opportunity to create that experience very quickly, and I'll show you how you do that. The next entry point is going to be called a Send to Messenger button. This is a button that Facebook makes. It's considered a plugin in their system. And when somebody clicks on this button, it will subscribe them to your bot. Think about this one a lot like you would think about an email subscribe button. When somebody clicks it, it then subscribes. You can deliver your autoresponder message, and the same experience happens in Messenger. When somebody subscribes to a button, you can send them a Messenger message instantly. You can also then redirect them to your website, your conversion page, your sales letter, it doesn't matter where you want to send them. You can do it instantly, and now they're subscribed to your Messenger bot to get notifications from you or whatever it is that you had them sign up for. The next one is called the Messenger Checkbox plugin. Now, this one's going to be changing rapidly as we all continue to use it, but basically, you can have a checkbox on your website. If somebody checks that box, they will be subscribed. So the difference between this one and a button is when they click the button, it subscribes them. A checkbox is they're checking that box and then clicking another pre-existing button somewhere on your website. And you guys will see in the slides, we're using this currently on our Shopify stores to automatically retarget to anybody who adds an item to their cart but doesn't check out. The next and probably most favorite entry point of mine is the scan code. The Messenger scan code is absolutely incredible. It's an engaging conversation piece, and it's something that I think a lot of people are missing out on. You see, think of it like a QR code. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say, well, I used to use a QR code, and they don't work that well. And you're right. The reason QR codes don't work that well is mostly because nobody knows that they have a scanner for it. And to be honest with you, most iPhones don't have a scanner for QR codes. The difference here is everybody who has Messenger has the scanner for a scan code. And if you don't know where it is, I urge you, pick up your phone right now. I want you to open Messenger, click the words people in the bottom. There's a tab for people. And then I want you to click scan code. It should be at the top. And you'll see there's literally a scanner where you can scan a circular object, and that circular object would be this scan code right here. So this is a great one for local business. Anytime you're in front of somebody's face, put it on a business card. It doesn't matter. There's a ton of really, really great applications for this. And I'll give you guys a little secret tip. I've used these on the internet before during a webinar, and it absolutely increased the conversions of my webinar, and I'm going to explain that in the bootcamp. The next entry point that I want to talk to you guys about is Messenger sponsored ads. You'll see when you go into the ads platform, you're going to have two different kinds of messaging engagements that you can actually have. One of those is your ad shows, and when they click on it, it opens Facebook Messenger and can trigger a bot. Or the other one is an ad that actually gets delivered into a previously opened conversation. That one's called sponsored messages. We're going to be getting into that one, I believe, in day 4. So make sure you guys hang tight for that one, because that is the most profitable ad I have ever run. I'm going to be showing you guys 2 cases. One, I ended up generating, I believe it was 4,000% ROI on $360. The other one, I spent $48 and generated 11,000. It was my biggest ROI ever. I believe that's 22,000% ROI. So it's worth looking at that one as well. I'm going to be showing you guys that case study on day 4, so hang tight. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the customer chat widget. This is very basic, and most of you don't know that you already have this on your fan page. All you've got to do is go grab it, and you can put this on your website. It's completely free, but the problem is you would need a bot service to be able to automate replies through it. So it's kind of like having a chat widget on your website at all times, allowing your customers to talk to you through Messenger. If you have a bot system installed like Chatmatic, I'm going to show you how this works. You can actually generate a subscriber that way, follow up with them 24 hours after they messaged your fan page, and potentially generate a sale. It's absolutely incredible. And not only that, but you can also create bot messages that go out to people who message you on this chat widget. So I urge you guys to remember, we're going to be covering that one on day 5, so make sure you pay attention. So for now, that's most of the entry points that I wanted to cover with you guys. We're going to move right along, and you guys know I'm moving fast because I know you don't have a lot of time. So we're going to move right along and actually start covering now the different kinds of media that you can send through Messenger. Now, that's not every single bot Messenger entry point. Those are the ones that I think you should be focusing on right now. We're also going to be talking about Messenger.me links and everything else that you're going to need to know about, but just make sure you hang tight because all that stuff's coming. The first media type that I want you guys to pay attention to is actually called their basic template. And a basic template looks a lot like what you might see on Facebook itself. It allows you to send an image, a headline, and a description. Underneath that, you're allowed to have what's called 3 buttons, and we'll talk about that in a second. But you'll see on this slide, you can actually make it look pretty cool and very engaging. It's better than sending just text. And just so that you know, if anybody here is curious, Travis, can I get get access to these slides, absolutely you can. On day 5, it's going to be a free download for everybody. So make sure you're here on day 5. I'm going to be giving you access to everything that we do as far as our slides. And if we draw out any bots, hint, hint, we might be doing that, you guys are going to be able to get a physical download of that one as well. So make sure you guys check out day 5 if you want access to all these slides with all the different notes on them. The next media type that you can actually deliver is called a list. This is great if you're trying to prioritize content and you have multiple pieces of content to send somebody in one actual media type. I'm not going to cover this one too great because it mostly only works for like blogs or big websites. However, it's something that you absolutely need to look into. And again, it's going to be in the notes on day 5 when I give you a much deeper description of this. Now, super important one right here is going to be called the button. Now, these buttons are underneath every kind of media that you send. Now, I don't believe that you can actually send a button with an image, but every other kind of media, you can have up to 3 buttons underneath. These buttons are important because these are the links out of Messenger. You can have your website, you can have your Instagram, you can have your YouTube. On every single piece of media you send, you can have 3 buttons, which allow you to send to multiple different places. So now you're really building that indoctrination and showing people where they can find you somewhere else. Next, and probably the most fun, is video and images. You can actually send videos and images directly through Messenger to make your experience a lot more engaging. I would definitely urge you guys, make sure you look into being able to send video, but remember, it's got to be a very, very short video. Some of you guys are going to get much more benefit out of sending somebody directly to your YouTube channel than trying to send a whole YouTube video through Messenger. Another thing that you guys need to pay attention to are the receipts. Messenger actually lets you formulate a receipt. When somebody buys from you, you can send them a physical receipt into Messenger, if that makes sense. It looks like a physical receipt, but it's actually delivered into Messenger, and now your customers have a paper trail, basically, that never has to get deleted, not getting lost in the email, and you can actually give them the stuff that they want, which is receipts and order updates and things like that, which is really cool. You also have a click to call button, which is very much exactly what you think it is. When somebody clicks it, it opens their phone on their mobile device and it actually dials the number for them and puts them on the phone with somebody. This is a great tool for those of you guys who are looking to generate more incoming calls. You can do so after having a bot survey totally filled out. Now you know more about the person. You guys can see where we're going with this. This is starting to get really exciting. Now, if you guys are in the e-commerce space, the one that you're probably going to be using the most and the most familiar with is the carousel. The carousel has multiple images in it. It can have multiple different buttons, and each carousel image can link to a unique product or service offering that you have. So these are amazing if you're trying to tell a story in a linear fashion. I've done this, and we're going to be showing you guys demos of all of these. I just wanted to cover what they might look like. Most exciting of all is the quick reply. I think these are the most underutilized asset in Messenger, but they're the most valuable one that you guys can have. The quick reply basically just gives your user an assumed reply that you can create a response for on the fly. So you'll see here in the slides, we actually have, if your bot asks somebody small, medium, or large, what it's going to do is if they click medium, it's going to treat the bot as if somebody typed the word medium, and it's going to respond back to them. This is amazing for building rich, communicative conversations in a bot environment, which is amazing. Now, again, you can do that through buttons, but if you need to have more than 3 options, the quick reply is going to be where it's at. Lastly, the one thing that I wanted to point out to you guys is there are some new features coming to Facebook and new features coming to Chatmatic where you can actually use a quick reply to pre-populate somebody's phone number or pre-populate somebody's email address. Again, when you ask them for your email address, they can click the button and it'll send their email address into their user profile, and you can use that email address in your autoresponders or to do your other marketing. Same thing with the phone number. So that's an incredibly exciting thing that you guys can keep on the lookout for. Got a live video right here from one of my clients who literally just spent the first 5 minutes of his show engaging his users using the new Messenger features. And I'm telling you right now, we can already see over here, he's gotten over 150 subscribers just on this live broadcast. Now, most of the people who are on this live broadcast were already Messenger subscribers for him. But what he does is he has everybody comment one word, right? When you comment that word, you get a messenger reply from commenting on his post. He then sends you a message, and now it says, if you comment this word, we'll send you all of the links to today's broadcast. And when they do that, they subscribe. We then say, hey, here's all the links for today's broadcast. Now, if you'd like to get notified the next time we go live, click this button. A bunch of people subscribe to get notified when he goes live. Now we've got over 5,000 people that we can notify every single time he's live. It's absolutely incredible. So it was just so funny because this is happening right in the middle as we're filming this whole thing. This is happening. So we've got this business that we're going to actually bring a video on of this client talking about his relationship with Messenger, what he's been able to do with Messenger using our help, so that you can see we're not making this stuff up. This is incredible, and you'll even hear from him. We've almost virtually saved their entire business through using some very simple messenger techniques. So those of you guys looking to do this as a client work, you'll see there's plenty of opportunity, and there are plenty of people who need it. So we're super excited to be able to share more details about that. All right, everybody, so before we head off and talk too much about some of the more amazing things that you can do in Messenger, I wanted to introduce you to somebody who's going to be helping me throughout this entire 5-day boot camp, and that is Bad Marketer Travis. Now, Bad Marketer Travis is a lot like Good Marketer Travis in that he has good intentions most of the time, but he takes advantage of most systems before getting to know what the rules really are. So some of the things that he's kind of known for is sending broadcasts to Messenger that lead directly to sales outside of the 24-hour window. Now, we're going to cover that for you guys so you don't break the same rule. But, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and just say hi. What's going on, guys? So look, here's the deal, right? Sometimes opportunities are there. You got to take them. Right? All right, that's enough out of you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and move on. He's only really going to chime in when he's got a really bad idea. So hopefully what we can do is take his bad ideas and turn those into really good ones, not only that you can avoid, but that also don't make it to where you end up getting your Messenger accounts shut down or your fan pages hurt because of bad ideas like that. Even the best of intentions can sometimes have bad ideas, so we want to avoid anything that comes out of his mouth. All right, so now we're going to be talking to you guys about bots versus email. Now, this is a scary conversation, and I hope you guys actually pay attention to this one because I'm going to be covering this very, very quickly. And the first thing that I want you guys to know is this. You guessed it, bots are not email. I cannot stress this enough, and I see marketers all the time saying the phrases, messenger bots get better open rates than email. And Travis, what's one that you like to say? So let me just make sure I get this right. Theoretically, anybody who engages with my messenger at any point, I can send them broadcast messages whenever I feel like. Yep, just that dumb. Everybody says dumb things just like dumb Travis. So I'm telling you guys right now, here's the biggest difference between bots and email. Email is a one-way thing, right? So let me just kind of break this down for you. So as you can see, an email is one way. You, whenever you feel like, can open a marketing platform that can send an email to your subscribers. In this email, they have the option to very easily and simply unsubscribe because you're also filling their inbox. And let's face it, the average American adult gets something like 350 emails a day, and maybe sometimes they just don't want to get yours anymore. But this email that gets delivered to them reaches their inbox, and if they open it, then you're sending them most of the time over to a website. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use email to grow your bot system, but I want you guys to know and to focus on the fact that there is no line back to you very directly with email, right? An email is kind of just a, here it is, and you're hoping that they consume it the way that you intended for them to. A messenger bot is a conversation. So let's kind of look at what that would look like. Okay, so now you can see very clearly with a bot, you start a bot engagement and then you continue to engage them through the path that you want them to go through. At any given time, somebody could start your bot process over again. The entire point of a bot as a communication platform is to actually communicate. Now, are there instances where you may use a bot to send one-way messages? Of course, but not broadcasting marketing messages. That's not the way you should be thinking about bots. And that's why email and Messenger are very, very different. Any day that I want, I can send an email. Now, here's the reason most people are going to be talking to you about the similarities between email and Messenger. Number one, there's a thing called a subscriber in both of those. In Messenger, they're subscribing to your bot activity. They're not subscribing to get solicited, right? There is no direct way to subscribe to solicitations. Facebook does give us 24 hours to actually market to those prospective clients using broadcasts and automations. We're going to be covering that in the 5 days. You guys can see now there's a lot more information being shared here, right? So with an email, I know that I'm going to be getting around 30 to 40% opens when I send that. But also think about the mentality. In an email inbox, they know they're about to get an offer. The entire way that you structure your message is different than somebody who's about to have a conversation. It's very, very different if I walk into a coffee shop, right? I know that I want to buy coffee. It'd be a completely different scenario if a barista walked up to me and was trying to solicit me to buy coffee from her, right? It's a conversation versus a one-way broadcast, and you have to think about it that way. And don't listen to his advice. It sucks. But another reason that you're going to hear a lot of people suggesting that email and Messenger are the same thing is because there's something called a broadcast in both platforms. You can send a one-time broadcast to somebody who's on your list. Now, I will let you know right now in this boot camp, as of December 31st, that rule is going to change. And I don't want to get into too much detail here, but you're going to see in day 2 and 3 how you can actually get all of the information that you need to make sure that you're up to par on that, because you don't want to miss the boat on it, but it is a little early right now to start applying on your own, and I'm going to share all those details. So again, the actual idea of a bot is to figure out how you can engage, communicate, and further the relationship with your client, right? That is something that should drastically excite you, because these aren't working as opposing forces. These are actually working together. You could use Messenger to ask a bunch of questions of your potential audience that then leads them to a specific page where now you know more about them. So when you get their email, you actually have information to go along with it. And it's not just an email over to a website and you hope that it's all done. So I want you guys to really think about that. A Messenger bot is a conversation piece. Email is one way, and you're kind of fingers crossed. I hope they actually open it, and I hope they click on it, and I hope they do whatever it was that I was asking. With Messenger, you can get way more in depth, and it's a relationship building platform, way more than it is a marketing asset. But I'll tell you this, when you focus your energy and your time on the relationship building, one thing that I'm going to tell you is when you do send a broadcast, you will get 90 to 98% opens. Now, that would be likely to deliver content that your users want, not what you want them to have. So if you're selling a t-shirt and you're sending a broadcast selling that t-shirt to anybody who hasn't been active in 24 hours, well, now you're kind of breaking the terms, right? And that's also not something that they signed up for. However, you do that through email. They signed up. They gave you their email. They know they're going to get solicited, so it's a different activity. But you could get to know that client better, figure out what size they are, and now when you send that email, you're only sending them smalls. Or you learn that their favorite color is pink, and now you're only sending them pink shirts in their email versus red, purple, and green. So you can actually customize offerings by getting to know your customers, which means you will make more money, but you have to focus your energy on actually getting to know your customers in Messenger, and not just using it as a marketing platform. Now, that being said, I want to let you guys all know we are going to teach you how to make a lot of money using Messenger to promote products. Travis, that sounds counterintuitive. It's not. The only difference that I want you guys to focus on right now is the broadcasting side of Messenger versus email. Sending one-time broadcasts, that's not where the money is. Engaging with people as they're already in your bot, now we're talking. So we're going to be covering that soon. Hopefully, this clears up the fact that email and bots are not competitive. They are working together, right? They are working together. We need to be able to make that clear. We need to spread that message. Stop comparing email to Messenger. Stop comparing the 30% open rates of email to the 90 to 98 of Messenger, because I can send an email every single day and every single day get 30 to 40% opens. If I send a Messenger broadcast every single day, this 90 to 98 is going to get dropped down to 50, 40, 60. I would kill my open rates by doing that because it's not a solicitation program. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in the next 3 or 4 days talking about how to make sure that you're engaging your users in the proper format. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and make sure you tell at least one friend that bots are not like email. And if you see an ad where somebody's comparing email to Messenger bots, and I see them all the time, make sure you comment on there and say this is a disservice to everybody that you're marketing this to, because you shouldn't even be using the two in the same comparison. You should be seeing how you can use bots to build email and how you can use email to build your bot. So let's move on. All right, so now what I wanted to do was talk to you guys about why you should use bots. Now we're going to cover this very, very quickly, and then I'm actually going to show you guys some really, really cool examples, but I wanted to lay the foundation for you real quick. You should use bots because it's a guaranteed channel. It's a platform that already exists that can guarantee that your users get your content in real time. So if you're hosting a webinar and you want to remind people that you're live at a certain time, Messenger gets delivered instantly versus every other platform. There's obviously a delay, and people might not check their email as frequently as they check their Messenger notifications. So it's a guaranteed platform. You're actually letting people know of the information that they really, really care about. And that's why it's important to understand the last module that we just covered, which was not treating Messenger like email. This, to me, Messenger can be described very simply if you consider it an asset delivery system. I want you guys to really think about that. You're delivering assets to your users. What does that look like? As an e-commerce store, that looks very different than somebody who might be running live videos, or somebody who's just got a fan page, or a celebrity, or a personality. All of these places have different ways that you can send your message through to your users, and it's got to be an asset to the user and not an asset to you, right? If you want to promote your camera, that's something you would probably do more so through email. But if you want to give camera tips, now that's an asset. And so you just have to look at Messenger a little bit differently. It will still build your brand by doing so. Also, something else to consider, there's 1.4 billion users. Now, 1.2 of those billion are active every single month. So it's basically, if you build your business into Messenger, it's kind of like building your business into an app that's already on everybody's phone. If you have a scan code app that shows an open house, the app to download the scan code, or to scan the scan code, it's already in everybody's phone. So you don't have to get anybody to download anything crazy. And making these bots is very, very easy and very, very engaging. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, the last reason is because it's 2018, Jack. And what I mean by that is it's time to catch up on trends, right? Everybody in the real world, we now know we can get whatever we want on our terms. I can sit on my couch at night and open up Uber Eats and have food at my front door in 35 minutes from a restaurant that I can't even go and get food from in their restaurant in that time period. So it's something to think about, that whatever your business is, your customers want it on their terms. They want to consume your content on their terms. And what that means is you've got to go to them. Well, how do you go to them, right? You can do things like Facebook ads. You can do things like Google ads, so when they're searching, they can find you. You can do all of these other marketing pieces, but to ignore the one that actually gets their attention. And there's something that I want to put into your mind right now as you go through the rest of this boot camp, something that I really want you guys to remember, and that is, when somebody's in a Messenger conversation with you, you actually have their undivided attention in a very, very busy world. If you're showing an ad to somebody on Facebook, they can scroll right by it. Even if they're watching some of your video, they can scroll through it because it's not a one-on-one thing. In Messenger, you have their undivided attention. And you can also engage them, and that's never happened before. If you look at Snapchat, or if you look at Instagram stories, these are great examples of marketers and other businesses utilizing somebody's undivided attention. right? The difference is it's not a two-way street. It's not an engaging platform. Messenger is an engaging platform where you can put your information out there, ask for feedback, and then consistently go back and forth with this user to provide them the information that they actually need instead of trying to get it into a 10-second clip. But just remember, you have their undivided attention when you're using Messenger, so you can deliver your content the way that you want, and it's not forgettable as if it would be if you just handed somebody a piece of paper, right? So it's 2018. It's time to catch up to the trends. And so now what I want to do is I want to take you guys into my computer, and I'm actually going to show you guys some really cool examples, some things that Messenger themselves has shared, but that I also look at whenever I'm needing inspiration on what you can do. We're going to cover some cool ones like how to sell e-commerce products, and we're also going to cover some other cool ones like how you can deliver recipes that then promote and sell a book. We'll show you some cool examples of this, so we're going to go ahead and dive in there, and I'll see you in a second. And let's go ahead and start this one over. I wanted to show you guys how cool this is. So if you're selling e-commerce products, just imagine how amazing if you can get somebody into Messenger and let's say they type the word pugs, right? As you guys can see here, hopefully, type the word pugs and send that message. Now, when somebody types that word and sends that message, we're going to do, if somebody types it like that, now you'll see we can actually fire off the message. I got to put capitals on this one, but we fire off this message. Hi, I'm Jujubee. I'm the world's first pug bot. Do you like pugs? Now, if somebody actually likes pugs, obviously this is going to be pretty easy for them to be like, yes, I'm crazy about them. So we hit crazy about them. And as you can see, it replies again. And I wanted to show you guys this on mobile because it is super important that you know this is what it's going to look like for your users. So we've got, that's so cool. I like toys. Toys I can chew on, chase, or bark at. Do you have any pug roommates? So now I'm asking, I've already asked two questions. Do you love pugs? And then I get a picture of a pug. They're crazy about that, right? And now, again, do you have any pug roommates? If they say yes, now I know that they also own a pug. And that's pretty important because now, oh, I love pug roommates, usually cuddly, soft, and they look just like me. Do you want to see my favorite toys? That's something a dog might actually say in real life. Duh, show me. And so now I literally have this opportunity now to show them a dog collar and show them this nice chew toy. It says these are two favorites, and you can grab them both above. Now, I shortened this sequence just to be able to show you guys, but you can see they click on the dog toy right there, and we've got right here our LED dog collar, which was the one that I was promoting. They can sign up and buy it right here in the window without ever having to leave Messenger. They go back, and obviously they can play around with the bot. Again, I shortened this sequence. You could add whatever you wanted to. And here's what's great, is we also have this option up here. Do you have any pug roommates? I'll just show you. It says, yep, no dogs here, or no pugs, but other dogs. So if they click on no pugs, but other dogs, our bot's going to be like, really, I love other dogs. Do you love your dog? So we want them to have an affirmative yes a lot. And here we go. Now we've also got, oh, that's great. Do you want to see my favorite toy? Maybe your dog would like the toy. And they say, yes, of course. And when they say that again, they're going to get this same carousel geared a little bit more towards them about having another dog. So this is a great way to sell using viral strategies. You can easily get somebody in your bot, and you could even post on your fan page and say something to the effect of, we gave our in-house pug access to our Messenger. You won't want to know what how he responded or whatever, and kind of make it fun. So you could also send people to this from your newsletter, and again, getting people to buy stuff without directly having to sell them. So that's one super cool bot. Let's go ahead and go and talk about another. All right, so now we're going to talk about Jamie Oliver's bot. He's got a really cool bot where essentially, whenever you go to his page, you can start over, and normally you would have to click get started, but what I want to do is show you guys what he's done is he's using quick replies, which are these options down here below, where you can actually type something and say, like, let's use the ice cream emoji. His bot will actually send me ice cream recipes. Now, what I love about this is you can see the carousel obviously links to his book at the end, which is incredibly clever. So again, if you're selling something, I'm within the 24-hour window, so of course I would fall within the rules. And down below, though, I can buy his book, I could share this, or I could click more. If I click more, again, he'll be able to send me another message where I can now interact. And let's say I click a tree, and that looks like it might be Christmas related, potentially. And, oh, here we go, outdoor dinner. And so this is actually really cool. It might have taken a little while to get, but no matter what, he's sending everybody to his website. Then he sends everybody over to buy his book. You can see buy book is a quick reply option underneath every single one of these. Very, very clever, well put together bot that I would suggest you guys kind of play around with. Now, another great example would be Pinterest. Now, Pinterest has a very interesting bot because you can actually interact with this one in a very cool way. You can literally search whatever you want. So let's say that I searched Halloween, right? Now, when I search that, it's going to go into Pinterest and it's going to find ideas for me that match whatever I just searched for. So again, it's got, things that are kind of related to Halloween that I can now go through. I can share this. And again, it shares the actual Pinterest post with my friends if I share it. And so one of the things, and one of the reasons that I wanted to share this with you guys is because obviously a lot of people use Pinterest. They've got an amazing bot. And just figuring out how these things work, where we're using carousels when we want to showcase more than one item. And so it's really important that you guys kind of play around with other bots so that you can get to know what's even possible. And again, over here, I can look at their menu. This is called a persistent menu. We don't need that, but that little dots over here would give me that. Now I want to show you guys also HGTV's bot. They also have another really cool one. And you guys can see these aren't incredibly advanced like artificial intelligence. They are, however, very smart in how they've set up their bots so that when you come to the bot, it walks you through some interesting stuff. And you see there's not a lot of frills. There's no real crazy typing delays and things of that nature. So you can start very simple and really, really get a lot done. So again, HGTV articles, you can view galleries of this stuff. You can save certain posts. Can I send you the latest in home design and decor inspirations each day? If you say yes or no, that would subscribe me to a certain level of their bot. So absolutely incredible. Again, make sure you guys play around with these, because the main reason I wanted you guys to be able to see all of these is to see how much money you'll be able to make by making these for other people. This wouldn't take a terribly long amount of time, but can you imagine how much they'll be able to make from it when they actually get people activating it, using it? And this is obviously a big company, but you can see here they have, an option for no, and it follows up with them. But these you can make pretty quickly inside of Chatmatic, get subscribers, and start really being able to market these businesses. So this stuff is incredibly exciting. It's very easy to be able to activate and to do. And just imagine this level of connectivity between your client and yourself in your business. That's what's incredibly exciting to me, is being able to actually bring this quality of entertainment, this quality of interaction to your business so that you also can compete with pages that have 8.9 million people who've liked them. You don't need a huge budget to make an awesome bot just like that. All right, so now lastly on day one here, guys, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you exactly what you can win just by sharing this free bootcamp with your friends. So here's how it's going to work. Below this video, you're actually going to see a link to sign up to get the sharing link, and it's very easy to do. You just put your name and your email in, and it's instantly going to transfer into a page that shows you the link that you've got to share. You take that link, you can either post it on Facebook, post it in an email, post it in a group of marketers that you may know that are interested in hearing more about this, but it's absolutely free for everybody to join, so there's no reason not to share it with your friends, right? And once you get one person to actually sign up, you're going to get the rest of the links to the bootcamp. Now, depending on when you see this, I will tell you that you may be seeing this on day one. These videos are going to be released every 2 days, so if you share this video and you get one person on day one, you might have to wait 24 hours for the next one to be released, but you will get notifications every time we release a new video in the bootcamp. And remember, again, at the end of this boot camp, all of these videos are going inside of a paid membership platform, so you will not be able to access these after the last video has been playing for 2 days. So it's important, make sure you get on this, share it with just one friend, have one friend sign up, and you're good to go. Now, for those of you guys who are a little overzealous, those of you guys who really want to take it to the next level, or you just happen to know a group of people who are very interested in messenger bots and want to take this free boot camp as well, if you get 5 people to show up, we're actually going to give you access to a membership area. Normally, this would be paid, but you're going to get 11 modules of the basics of messenger. My name is Travis Stevenson, and I want to welcome you to the Bot Marketing Mastery course. Why bots? 1.4 billion users. I'm going to keep talking about that because the amount of messages that people are sending through bots is going up and up and up every single day. Joe's Pizza Shop might get a message from somebody saying, hey, are you open right now? There are a bunch of different ways that you can technically get a messenger subscriber, and this is how you would utilize proactive messaging. So as you can see, now we're 48 hours in, bot etiquette, 15% discount code. Low cost being a huge asset in bots. You don't have to worry about building a nice, beautiful website. We'll build it all into Messenger bots. And you don't have to pay me any extra. You're actually going to get that for free when you recommend 5 people that actually sign up to this boot camp. So when they go through the same process of opting in, getting their share link, and it doesn't matter how many they share it with, as long as you get one of them, you get the rest of the links. If you get 5 of them, you get the bot modules completely for free. That's my gift to you, saying thank you for sharing this with other people. Now, if you get 10 people to sign up, I'm actually going to send you an instant link where you can get access completely for free to Chatmatic, our bot building platform, giving you a heads up on everybody else. You'll be the first one to get in, and you can start playing around with it, using it, utilizing it to build your own business. So that's what happens at 10. Now at 35, we're starting to get pretty fun here. At 35, I'm actually going to have somebody reach out to you at the end of this boot camp. Everybody who gets 35 people to sign up, I'm actually going to give you a notebook, and toss me that notebook. Looks a lot like this, and this notebook is going to be filled, well, not filled, but it's going to have some bot ideas that I actually think you could use in your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to you right before you get this notebook. If you get 35 people to sign up, we're going to have somebody from our office reach out to you, and you're going to tell us, I'm in e-commerce and I'm selling, print on demand. And I'm going to personally take this pen right here, as long as it's not out of ink, and I'm going to write a bot ID in here for you, and I'm also going to map it out so that you have a full bot ready for you in this cool notebook. And yes, there is a Chatmatic logo on here. You guys just can't see it. Now, if you happen to go even past that, now we're talking about our backpack. This could hurt. All right, no, okay, we're good. Now, I'm actually going to send you a Chatmatic backpack. Now, this was for a special event that we did, but you can see this is no joke. This backpack is the real deal. It's even got this little clip on here for you guys to put your keys on, maybe. A little tassel toggle thing here that I would ignore. But inside this backpack, if you get here, is going to be your notebook. Now, this is also made for up to a 15-inch laptop. I use it for my MacBook. It is absolutely amazing. It's got padding everywhere, so this is a really cool sort of traveling backpack, if you will, or if you're just heading over to your coffee shop. I'm not going to literally send this to you at the end of the boot camp. All you're going to have to do is provide some shipping information, and we're going to actually send you guys that backpack. If all you do is refer 50 people who also sign up to take this free boot camp. So imagine that. We can actually spread the love, spread the wealth, and in doing so, you're going to get some really cool stuff, but it's not over yet. If you get 100 people, now I've done this once before, and somebody got 221 people to sign up. That is amazing. Shout out to you, Joe. I got my eyes on you. If you can get 100 people to sign up to this boot camp, which is completely free for them to join as well, you're going to get access to our Bots and Business Replay event. This was an event that we held here locally in Tampa. This was a $1,000 event, and it's actually more money than that to get the replays now. It's inside of our special members area. What we're going to do is we're going to give you access to the Bots and Business Replay along with the backpack, along with the notebook, and the early access link to Chatmatic, the free business modules, all of it if you refer 100 people to attend this free boot camp. It's absolutely that simple. Well over a $2,000 $2,000 value just in these last 3 things. And no, I'm not valuing the backpack at like $500, right? This isn't Gucci or Prada. This is Chatmatic, so it's easily a $1,000 backpack. No, I'm just kidding. It's like a $60 backpack, right? So it's a really cool one, but you guys are going to see you'll be able to get over $2,000 in value. And what we're also going to do, and this is going to be a little bit more behind the scenes, but the winner, the person who sends in the most subscribers, at the end of this event, I'm going to announce who it is, and I'm going to have a one-on-one call with you and help you build a bot personally. My computer, you on with me, telling me what you're looking for and what we can do to make it a more special experience for you and your customers. So I'm super excited. All you've got to do is look on this page to find the opt-in form. When you find that opt-in form, go ahead and opt into it. That is going to give you the link that you need to share. As soon as you see the link, it's actually going to tell you, here's how you can send an email to your friend. Here's how you can post it on Facebook. Now, I'm also going to help you guys when you opt in. I'm going to send you an email that's going to tell you a couple of different ways that I would go about sharing this, right? So it's going to be free for you guys to share it. There's nothing that you have to buy or do anything crazy. To get access to days 2, 3, 4, and 5 of this boot camp completely for free throughout the course of this boot camp event, all you've got to do is get one other person to sign up. And look, I'll even accept it if you go and get your mom to sign up, right? But just don't go and try to cheat the system and put in a fake email address, because guess what? We actually know when that happens because it's based on your IP address. So all you've got to do is get one friend who might want to come through this program with you. And I actually urge you, have a little watch party. Watch some of these events with your friends so that you can actually learn together, and maybe you come together on a really cool business idea that you can use bots for. Now, I want to remind you guys right now, we're going to be giving everybody access to Chatmatic, where you can attach as many fan pages as you want and get started on every single one of those fan pages at no cost. So it's an incredible, incredible training event tomorrow that we're going to be having for you. You're going to be able to see exactly how you can create bots, how you can connect a bot to your system, and get running on your first bot, have an indoctrination one as well. So you'll see, you'll be getting subscribers probably by the end of the night if you implement these strategies. So I'm super excited to be sharing that with you. Make sure right now you go and get your link and start making moves on this. You can send people into this boot camp all the way through the entire 10 days of the boot camp. So even on the 10th day, if you get your 100th person to sign up, that'll be good enough. And so I just want to take a second and I want to tell all of you guys, thank you so much for not only being here, but participating and sharing this event. My hopes here are that everybody will learn the right way to use Messenger in their business, use it to market their business, make sales, and develop a relationship with their client, while always avoiding the incorrect things that dumb marketers like Bad Travis would say, and doing it the right way, and really making sure that your customers love you for the long term, and using Messenger the way that it was supposed to be. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you on day 2.